If you're a bivocational pastor, then this special flash episode is just for you. I'm Pete Mitchell, and in between our regular Church Planter podcast episodes, I'll be bringing you insight and ideas to help our bivo pastors have an easier and more profitable go at it. If you'd like more info on the training program specifically for bivocational pastors, you can check it out at missionbybusiness.com. So interestingly enough, I had a call yesterday with a potential client, and it was very interesting. This particular client is in the credit repair business. And as we started talking, she started to explain to me how she didn't like sales, didn't believe in sales, thought that was just somebody being real pushy, and she didn't like sales at all. And she basically just wanted marketing to bring in clients so she didn't have to sell them. I thought it was kind of interesting because here's the deal when it comes to selling. I think that's a common feeling. A lot of people are like, oh, selling is evil, selling is bad, selling is not as good as it should be, kind of a thing. And I think it's because we all have this impression of the used car salesman, right? And the used car salesman is a pushy guy. He usually sells you something you don't want. It's no good. It's just junk. And that's our impression of salespeople. I'm in sales. If you're a bivocational pastor, you might be in sales as well. If you're a business owner, I guarantee you're in sales. On some level, all of us are in sales. You sell to your spouse. You sell to your kids. We're always selling. I think part of the challenge that we face is how we define selling. Selling to me is helping someone make a decision that's in their best interest. Sometimes that means it's investing in my product or service. Other times it means it's not. But if my goal is to help them make a decision that's in their best interest, then I'm serving both of us. I'm serving them because I'm helping them to make a choice that's going to benefit them, whether or not that means buying my stuff or not buying my stuff. And I'm also benefiting myself because I'm not bringing on clients who aren't going to be good fits for me. They aren't going to be, a good client for some other reason. No one wants people who, like, you feel guilty that you took their money. That's not the position you want to be in. Who usually feels like that are people who feel like they had to twist someone's arm if they have a conscience, right? So part of how I overcome that is I actually have an entire funnel in place, and I run ads that usually is offering someone a solution to a problem that they have. And so that solution might be like, take Contractor Secret Weapon. Dave Negri and I, we've got a program for contractors, and it's $12,500. And we offer contractors in the housing industry a solution, 9 steps to get from where they are to where it is that they want to go. And we put that out there, and we run ads to that. And contractors all across the country, they opt in. They say, I want this information. Very next thing that I do is I take them to a page with a video of me. I'm basically explaining to them the type of companies that I work with and who I've been able to help in their industry. Then what happens is I tell them, hey, if you'd like to set a call with me, here's the button. And so people can then set a call with me. Now think about that as a sales process. And by the way, they set a call, and then they're also going to get an email from me with a video that they have to watch before we get on the phone. And I go into more detail on our 9-step solution. So that way, when someone actually gets on the phone with me, they're already pre-sold and they've already sorted themselves. They've sorted themselves from the people who aren't ready to move forward into the category of people who are ready to move forward. Another great example is the missionbybusiness.com site that I send bivocational pastors to. So like this right here, you're a bivocational pastor. If you want to see the work that I do, I've set up a great little training at missionbybusiness.com. You can go there. You can check it out. And it's a funnel, right? So someone from one of these videos sees what I'm doing, is a little bit interested. Maybe they've heard me on the podcast, and they go over to that site. They first of all, they opt in, so they give me their information. Then they watch the video that I have set up there. And I tell them everything about the program that I've got. And then I've got a button on there that says, by the way, if you'd like to talk with me about this, go ahead and click right here and schedule an appointment. Now think about that client when they come to me. They've already gone through all of these steps. How much selling do you think I have to do? Not a lot. If you're a bivocational pastor, it doesn't matter what industry you're in if it involves selling. Now, if you're a stock worker at a supermarket, you don't really have to sell there, right? I mean, the stuff sells itself. People walk into the store, they want some produce, they go over to the produce section, they buy it. But if you're a painter, if you run Facebook ads, if you're a CrossFit trainer, if you're a personal trainer, you're a real estate agent, insurance, financial planning, doesn't matter. You sell. But imagine if you had a process in place that took someone from the cold market, took them all the way through your funnel. You explain to them, this is what I do. This is how I help people. And they come out the end of that and they say, I want to talk to you. You don't really have to sell. It's just really about talking to them. And like my closing line for years has been, this makes sense to me. Does it make sense to you? If they say yes, we move forward. If they say no, we go back and we look at what doesn't make sense. Now, there are some people who I've had to say, especially some bivocational pastors who've interviewed with me to come through the training. And I've said, you know what? I don't think this is going to be great for you. And here's the reason why. Because at the end of the day, you do have to sell. At the end of the day, you actually do have to talk to someone, and you need to ask them whatever your closing line is. This makes sense to me. Does it make sense to you? And no matter what they say, if they say, well, it doesn't make sense to me, then we've got an objection, and we need to go back and we need to unwind that objection. And how do we overcome that objection? How do we handle that objection that they've got? But selling itself is not evil. Selling is actually service. When you're helping people make a decision that's in their best interest, you're serving them. So that's what I want to leave you with. And as I said earlier in this video, if you're a bivocational pastor, if you want to check out the training that I do and train pastors, bivocational pastors, on how to be business growth consultants, I think it's one of the best things that you can do because you can make really good money in a time freed up environment. I'm not going to say it's without time. That's not the case, right? It's always going to take some time. But the amount of time that it takes is much less than what a regular job would do. And that leaves you in a position to still be a vital part of your family and give your time to your church as well, while you're still earning the income that you need to earn. Go over to missionbybusiness.com. Check out the training that I got there. If you like it, you can set an appointment and we'll actually talk. If you don't, no problem. All right, guys, thanks so much. I'll talk to you soon.